This is the car that supposedly changed the Volvo brand. This is one of the earliest concepts of having a car with less buttons. Look at the middle seat. You can adjust it upwards like this. Hello everyone, over here is the Volvo XC90. Now, if you guys want me to be honest, I feel like this is one of the most interesting models Volvo has because it is the model that has changed Volvo as a brand. It has changed the Volvo image, and I'm going to explain to you all how. Here in Belgium, and especially in the EU market and in the North American market, Volvo had a reputation for being very family friendly and very relatable, guys, and for being very safe to drive, safe to live with, guys. And it was proven. Back in the 1970s and in the 1960s, people would build their cars with tin foils. Car manufacturers were building their cars with tin foils and all the useless materials you can think of. But Volvo was paying attention to those details. Why don't we use some strong material and make our cars strong? Like tanks, guys. That's why they earned a reputation for being tanks back in the 1970s. Tanks in the sense of how well built they were and also how reliable they were. Now, something has changed in recent generations, guys. Volvo was purchased by a Chinese car manufacturer called Geely. Ever since this happened, a lot has been changing in the Volvo brand, meaning Volvo has been displaying some aspirations to compete in the premium segment. They have plans to kind of step away from the mass market and go premium. Now, this has raised questions, but then on the other hand, this has proven successful for Volvo. Let's start with the questions, guys. The biggest question about this is relatability. The Volvo XC90 was very popular when it first came out. The first generation Volvo XC90, it sold like hotcakes. In fact, here in Belgium, they still continue to drive. I know many people who love them, many people who drive them. In fact, they used to dominate the roads and they still do. The second generation dominates the road. But before, it was all about family relatability, right? Before, it was all about family use. Before, it seems like something has changed. Because Volvo has aspirations to go premium, it's almost as if it's now become all about company purchase. Now, it should be noted that when competing in the premium segment, each and every premium car manufacturer has a specialty, something they specialize in and they expand on it. Like, for example, take BMW, guys. BMW specializes in driving pleasure. Volvo specializes in safety, everyone. For a long time, Volvo has developed an unquestionable reputation for having one of the safest cars on the road, and they still hold this reputation to this day, and this is actually their trademark. This is something they are known for. I'm on an investigation. I'm going to investigate what exactly made the Volvo XC90 so significant and what makes it a really interesting choice in the automotive industry, especially when it comes to premium cars. Because when we think of premium cars, we don't really think of family friendliness, but Volvo still has managed to remain exceptional in this cause because they appear to be one of the only brands that maintains family friendliness, if not affordability, guys. Now, affordability is not something we discuss about when talking about premium cars, but this is what I was trying to say earlier, that Volvo shifted from the mass market to premium market in a time span of from 2008 till 2015, guys. From the release of 2015, the Volvo brand changed, guys, in a questionable way, but also in a beneficial way. Now, this is the car that supposedly changed the Volvo brand and the Volvo image and the Volvo stereotype, guys. All right, everyone. Now, it should be noted that this Volvo XC90 is an R design. So this is an R edition, guys. Now, whenever you pick the R design trim, you get sporty kits to it, so nice sporty alloy wheels, and also you do get a certain choice of colors as options, guys. Now, if you want me to be honest, I did not quite like the philosophy of having something sporty with Volvo. Now comes the big question. What makes the Volvo XC90 and the Volvo brand so family friendly and so safe? What is their magic? What is their philosophy? And then the answer lies in the design. I want you all to look carefully at this Volvo XC90. Do you notice this box-like shape, guys, on the side? This straight line and everything. Volvo has maintained a rather pyramid-like structure. So if you look at it from the side, everyone, you notice that as you go downwards, it goes more towards this side. Exterior design of the Volvo XC90 is very interesting, guys. It reminds me, actually the front grille, I don't know if it's just me, but it actually does remind me of the Volvo P1000, guys. The P1000 classic model. Strong sign of identity would lie at the rear lights, guys. This is a very powerful sign of identity, and I'm going to tell you all why. Volvo has had this design since a very, very long time. Many decades, guys. This is a strong sign of evolution. Now it is time to explore the interior of the Volvo XC90. This is where the magic lies. Let's see how much of the magic is still preserved, despite it being already old from 2015. Now the part that gets really interesting, guys. The interior. The supposed place where the Scandinavian pride is supposed to remain, guys. Does it feel like Scandinavia, though? Well, this is a very interesting topic to be talking about, guys. When it comes to Scandinavian pride and everything, I feel like it has been slightly diluted by the intervention by Geely. It feels like Geely has been taking a little too much control over everything, that now Volvo has gone all techie. In fact, the Volvo was the first, one of the first manufacturers in the automotive industry to introduce a massive tablet in the middle and have most functions on it. Then Tesla also adopted a similar idea. Or I think both of them released it around the same time, guys. I don't know who started it first, but everybody's obsessed with the idea of a big tablet in the middle controlling everything. Me, I didn't mind. I was a big fan of swivel wheels, but Volvo never had the swivel wheel concept for their infotainment system. For the interior of this particular Volvo XC90, it's becoming painfully obvious. It is starting to age. It is showing its age. It is waiting for a new generation, I think, or a major facelift. You guys be the judge. So over here is the interior of the Volvo XC90. Now, let's talk about the seating, guys. So over here, you get this nice, simple leather seat with piping on the side. I know Volvo likes to combine a lot of things. They like to put piping on the side. When it's black leather, it's often white piping, and especially when it's an R trim, R kit. And then you get this white stitching right here, guys. When the XC90 was released in 2015, a particular part, an aspect of it that made it rather special was how it was a big screen in the middle and very less buttons, and managing to compete in the premium segment. Volvo stepped up its game, guys. They kind of went from being a, well, mass market brand sort of to being in a premium segment. And so therefore it's obvious, like, look at this, guys. Now, this interior is obviously seeing its age, but if we rewind back to 2015, Volvo was doing something not many car manufacturers were really doing. There's so little buttons in this interior. This is one of the earliest concepts of having a car with less buttons. Now it has its pros and cons. On the pros side, it was very innovative. It was very futuristic in some senses. It was something that would mark a new chapter for the Volvo brand and for Geely and for the automotive industry. But on the other hand, also a point about the reliability. There was a time they were tanks, but they don't really hold that reputation in terms of reliability. But when it comes to safety, they are still tanks, guys. Now, another aspect that was very interesting was this, guys. Practicality solutions. Lots of shutters. Cup holders right here, 12-volt socket right there, wireless telephone recharge right here. It's really good. I get the concept Volvo was aiming for right here, guys. Simplicity. Center console storage, guys. I'm starting to have this impression that the buttons right here, the window buttons, they're also starting to see their age. Yeah, I mean, there was a time it was good, but I feel like the shape of those buttons, they're exactly the same shape as the previous generation Volvo XC90. Now it is time to explore the rear seats of the Volvo XC90, guys. Interesting. Now, first thing I want to remark, guys, is that if you look at the design of this headrest, this is something that's been with Volvo for a very long time, including beyond 10 years, guys. I do not know why Volvo designs them like this, but I'm assuming it's got something to do with head comfort, and I would not be surprised if it's got something to do with safety. Now, leg room, knee room, unquestionable, but just one thing is that the back of the seat is hard plastic, guys. So just ask the driver and the front passenger to adjust the seats not too close to your knee. Otherwise, you do get a lot of headroom. And yes, it's very pleasant, guys. When it comes to family friendliness, you can easily sit 3 people in the back, and I'm going to show you some very, very interesting things in a moment, guys. Now, if you want my personal opinion, I feel like of all the full-sized SUVs I've sat in before, like that of the BMW X5 or the Audi Q7, I'm under the impression that the Volvo XC90 has to be the most family-friendly in the back. Oh, it is right here. I show you guys something very interesting. So, look at the middle seat. You can adjust it upwards like this so that you can easily fit a child seat. Something to do with child seats, guys. Or a youngster. Like me. I'll sit there. There we go. Mama! Mama! I'm joking, guys. But seriously, you get the point. So, no, this is not your armrest, guys. This is your child seat. Oh, if this... Yeah, there we go. Advantage right here is that it's very practical. Disadvantage is that this is another accessory. So the more accessory, the more you have to really make sure they go inside. You do not want to leave it like this for the rest of the journey. Otherwise, you do get an armrest right here with 2 cup holders in there. That fold in quite nice. But the armrest is quite small though. Most competitors tend to offer bigger armrests. Now the magic of the Volvo XC90. The boot space, guys. The boot space of the Volvo XC90. I should remind you all that this particular XC90 is a 7-seater. See for yourself. Buttons right here, guys, to adjust the rear height of the Volvo XC90. That's quite a nice feature. Then another button right here for your trailer hitch hook. 12-volt socket right there. Shopping hook right here. And nice LED lights right there. Looks wonderful. And then tether hooks right here. Quite nice. Fold the rear seats down so that we get an idea of some things, guys. There you go. So when you want to make more space in the back to move houses, just fold it like this down. Rearmost seats get cup holders, guys. Wow. I'm jealous because here I get a small cup holder on this armrest. Look at this, guys. So here's my conclusion of the Volvo XC90, everyone. The Volvo XC90, make no mistakes, is one of the most family-friendly full-sized SUVs currently available in the premium segment, everyone. You don't really get this often because I'm going to tell you all why. The premium segment seems to be heavily invested in style, status, or quality, guys. But it seems like Volvo has maintained a unique commitment, safety, and family friendliness. It was quite obvious with the interior, but then it has some questions, guys. With this particular Volvo XC90, it's becoming painfully obvious it is starting to see its age and it is waiting for a new generation to be released. And then also another question that should be remarked, guys, is the Scandinavian charm. I feel like from certain angles, it has kind of lost touch. It's kind of stopped reminding me of classic Volvo models. But then again, guys, we're entering a new generation where technology is becoming of high demand. When this Volvo XC90 was released in 2015, it was a hit, guys. It was something that revolutionized the automotive industry to some extent. Think about it. A full-sized SUV with one massive screen in the interior to control just about anything. That was something revolutionary. I remember my reaction when I first saw the Volvo XC90 in 2015. I was like, wow. This is my dream car. So you want my humble opinion of this Volvo XC90? Oh, I love it. I love the Volvo XC90. The Volvo XC90 is one of the most promising full-size SUV in today's generation, although I have a very strong feeling it is waiting for a new generation, and I'm very, very excited to see it, guys. We'll see what will happen. The thing I have to point out, guys, is that please do not get the sport trim. Just do not give sport wheels to your XC90, because I'm looking at those sport wheels and I'm thinking to myself, no, 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 no.